So, we've made ourselves a hyperlink. Now let's make ourselves some spark lines. So I'm just going to type in, fine, I'll type in numbers over here where it's not a hyperlink. There's a 20, there's a 50, and you know what? Let's just have that be 10. We'll have it go back. Actually, we'll have it go to 5. Why not? So I've got myself 4 different numbers here that go in order. You know, we got 10, 20, 50, 5. So, and yep, that's not where a hyperlink is. Okay, cool. So, I'm just going to highlight something, you know, and I'll just hit this little thing. Remember, I'm in my Insert tab, and it says Spark Lines. And I can create between a line, column, or a win-loss. If I go with line, and it'll say, okay, there's my spark line, so I've selected my data range. I can, of course, always change this, but right now it says I'm going from B4 right here, so starting at B4 and ending at E4. So, of course, I could always change that. I could make that, you know, E7. There's nothing in E7 right now, but, you know, or I can make this, I don't know, H4, you know, or whatever, and there's currently nothing in H4, but you know what, I'll do that. And then, of course, where to place the spark lines. I'm going to place it, yeah, let's place it in B10. B10. There we go, and hit OK. So now, you'll notice it highlighted it for me. My red is what I have selected, and the blue is my little line there. So if I were to now add in, I don't know, 10, now you see the line change a little bit. It went back up. Now let's go back up to, I don't know, 40. And yep, it went up there. And now let's just end this at, I don't know, 30. As you see here, this guy right here, and you know what, I should probably just merge these guys and make this bigger. There we go. You see, it follows a path from, you know, there's the 10 to the 20 to the 50 to the 5 to the 10 to the 40 to the 30. It made itself follow these numbers. And of course, if I change any of these numbers, like, oh, that wasn't a 50, that was actually a 5. Boom! The graph itself changed. It auto-updates depending on what number is in the field. Now, of course, if I click on this, see it's only going from B to H. If I were to type something over here, you know, doesn't matter what I type there because it's not part of what's being connected. So if I wanted to, I would have to... Oh, actually, that's right, because I got my sparkline highlighted. This little sparkline option pops up in my ribbon. I can just simply select it, and I can go and I can edit the data. And I edit the data locations. And then, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't want B4. I want A4 to start this. And I'll hit OK. Now, I've changed it, and now A4 is part of this equation. Now, of course, there's other things I can wind up doing with this. I can, you know, up here I can mark my high point. Oh, there's my high points. See, the little red dot appeared right there. Or I can mark my low points. Oh, look, there's my lowest point. I can mark negative points. There's absolutely nothing that's negative right now. I can do my first point, my last point, or I can just do every point if I wanted to, and you can see the little dots, how they move across this little spark line. And of course, I can change the color, so, you know, maybe I want this color to be yellow. Yay. And I want the marker color to be... Oh, come on, where's the marker color? Oh, okay, you're going to make me change it each individual one. Okay, fine. Well, I'll make my markers blue. There we go. Now I have a yellow line with blue markers. So on and so forth. And of course, if I wanted to, I'll make another little data point here, except this time, instead of doing a line version, I will instead make a insert spark lines. This time I'll make a column. And I'll put the column on, there we go. Okay. And now I will simply merge and center you guys. And whoops. Yeah, by the way, if you double click something, it'll shrink. Just click it again, it'll come back up. I'll merge and center this. And now I have, instead of a line chart, I now have a bar chart showing off the nice, cool little featurettes we got here. So yeah, that's generally how sparklines wind up working. And of course, obviously, since I have that sparkline data, I can of course change the colors, change the markers. You know, I can put little markers on the high point or the low point or the negative point, the first point, the last point. Yeah, I can just, of course, I can't actually do all markers on this particular version because it's a bar chart, not an actual line chart. And of course, I can do win-loss, which will determine, you know, wins and losses, and this was all wins. It's essentially binary, so a positive number is a positive and gets up high. If I were to switch this to a negative 20, it would be the high, there would be a bottom row. So win, win, loss, win, 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 win. That's all a win-loss is charting. It's only charting two things. A positive number is positive, a negative number is negative. So there's 3 different versions of charts you can have here, and depending on what, and they should auto connect based on what numbers you put in and how you decide to use it. So that philosophy will also once again carry on into charts, which I'll get into in the next video.